So normally I'd be coming into the audience to do this because I want to engage, but Itai, can you come back out for a second? I've never done this before in my professional career. Come on out. I'm going to come get you. All the way. Now, those of you know I don't like touching people or being touched. Come here.
I'm a hugger.
Oh, God, don't do that,
Okay.
please. That would be too much for right here. I cannot. I'm looking at you. You're, what, 27?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I just said F, the F word. I'm in trouble. Sir, the reason I try to do language, the reason why I try to do communication, so that you never, again, have to go through what you went through. The success of Hasbara is that we don't need to fight, that our message is so strong and so clear and so effective that our enemies go away. I promise you, if we can get the people in this room on message, we will not have to go through what we just went through. And you, sir, are an inspiration. You are my hero, and it's an honor, and I will work so that we never have to meet again.
I hope so. No, I do want to meet you again, but in good reasons. Like,
Okay, only if you're buying.
only if I'm what?
Buying.
Buying.
You see, Jews don't know that phrase.
I don't familiar with that word.
And I rest my case. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, let's pull up the PowerPoints because I got a lot to go through. Take out your pens, use your phones. I'm going to try to communicate what matters, and nothing matters more than this. All we have to do, if we could just do this, is to take all the stuff that Hamas says on Al Jazeera and make sure that every American knows this word for word, interview by interview. This first step is to be communicating exactly what they do, exactly what they say. If we start with that, we're going to be successful. But even that is too much. Next, oh, actually, I've got the clicker here. I'm about to say next slide. This is not a union hotel, so I have to do this on my own. First, and I just realized that the slide that I'm going to have to look at this, and I can't even read it because it's so far back. So in the front row, read it, yell it out to me. Okay, one person. Go ahead, sir. Everything is Gaza. Oh, show it. I want you to put the video, to communicate that video in advertisements. I want every American to know what the leadership says. They can't deny it. You understand that when they appear on American television, they say one thing, and when they appear on Al Jazeera, they say something completely different. We should ensure that every American has a free subscription to Middle Eastern Al Jazeera so they can see the language that they're using, because that would change everything. And the second thing, I'm going to bring it all down. And actually, I'm going to walk over here because it's the only way that I can see it. I know that I'm going out of the light, but I can't read it from over there. I have to be careful they don't fall off here. One of the key words in all of this is corruption. Where is the money gone? The UN has spent billions of dollars in Gaza. Where did it go? Why did it not go to books? Why did it go to tunnels? It should have gone to books, not bullets. This is the language that moves people. Another phrase that's important is that it is not anti-Semitism, it's anti-Jewish racism. I'm asking you to make that change because still Americans don't know what anti-Semitism is, but they do know what racism is, and they do understand the hatred towards the Jewish community that's too often expressed on college campuses, and so it really does matter. Another one at the bottom, which is something that probably we're not used to saying, which is our empathy and our understanding for the plight of the Palestinian people. Because in the end, this is not Israel's fault, this is Hamas's fault. On October 6th, we had peace. October 7th, we had war, and that was because of Hamas, not because of Israel. I want you to communicate that as often as you can. Next, these are the key words. And by the way, this is absolutely impossible. Let's see if I can get a little closer to this side, but they're equidistant. These are the words. This is the language. Take a picture of it. I'm not shy about sharing the information. This is the language that will move people. And in the end, it is the right of Israel to exist, and that Hamas is the perpetrator of hate, and that is what they should be called. And if anyone has any question about this, all you have to do is look at the language, at the words that they use in how they communicate. These are the words that work. We've been working on this now for years, literally for decades. And in fact, there's no place where I have a more difficult time, candidly, is with Jewish audiences. And that's because we all want to do it our way. And I'm suggesting that this is the right way. The 4 H's, and this is for colleges in particular. And I do have to recognize also at the beginning of this that you have one organization that is represented, about 95 or 100 of them are here. And they're the most effective audience for fighting anti-Semitism, anti-Jewish racism, and for Israel. And that's our AEPI students. Where are they? So, you know, tomorrow I'm taking 18 of them to the football game because I want them to enjoy themselves. Every day they're on the front lines of our communication, and I want them to know how much we appreciate them, how much we celebrate them, and how much we respect them for all that they do. I think they're sitting back there. Guys, thank you very much for all that you do. And notice the 4 H words here. And they may not be spoken that often by individuals in this room, but this is what the public wants to hear. The humanity, human rights, humanitarian, and how on October 7th, the inhumane conditions, and they really were. Next, these are the phrases, this is gonna kill me again. I don't think you've ever had someone who stand up here who truly put this stuff together for you. This is a brand new presentation, and actually not read it from the stage. I did not want to do what the politicians do. They have cue cards, or they're reading the teleprompter over here, and then they go over here, and now I realize that they are correct and I am wrong, because I can't possibly read that. So I'm going to skip it. Notice that it's no longer a culture of hate. One of the other things that I've had to do is I've had to reshape my language. I've had to redo this. So I last spoke to you maybe 4 or 5 years ago, about the time of COVID. The stuff I said to you back then doesn't apply now. Or the words have changed since then, and we have to be willing to change with it. And all you have to do is show the visualization of it. It is not the words, it is the pictures. And I'm asking for people to see it. They will show you and in fact, a lot of their stuff is made up. All you have to do is tell the truth, but tell the truth in photographs, and that's one of the best examples. The other aspect about anti-Semitism is it is unforgivable. It is unacceptable. And any university president that doesn't declare that on day one should be fired. And anyone in this room who donates to a university, you are causing yourself pain and suffering. Here's your line. This is the line everyone in this room should use when you leave here right now. In America today, no one should be discriminated against because of either race or religion. We're all on the same side. We would never accept bigotry based on whether you're white, black, brown, Asian, Middle Eastern. It's unacceptable, which should be the same thing on religious grounds as well. We're all in this together, and that is one of the key components of this. And I'm actually looking for the time clock as well, which I do not see in front of me, so if someone can let me know. And here we got another list of, you all should know that up here I'm dying. Norm, you've known me now for, I don't know, 15, 20 years. This is the worst moment of my life. So I'm asking you all, if you can, forgive and have sympathy, because literally my entire presentation, which is brand new, I can't see it. Everyone deserves. Why do you do that? Because I want you to be universal in your approach. I want you to be universal in how you communicate. It's not about a commitment to peace, it's an investment in peace. Why is it an investment? Because that shows that you're already doing it. That shows that you're committed to it and you're engaged in it. Mutual respect. Oh, you just took a picture to me. Yes, but if I go for that, I will fall over. And that'll be very funny for you all and not so funny for me. But I can read this slide here. Mutual respect. The single highest value. And this is not my opinion. This is based on fundamental research, polling, focus groups, instant response. This is to help you get to where you need to go. And mutual respect is powerful because it says it's a two-way street. If you want to get it, you have to give it. And if you give it, you have to get it. It's essentially be talking about solutions and results, because in the end, Americans don't want to know about the process. They want to know about the impact. They want to know whether or not it actually mattered. I'll do a few more from that. Please stop talking about evidence. There's evidence for the prosecution. There's evidence for the defense. We fight over evidence. Who here's a lawyer? If you're a lawyer, raise your hands. Get out. I've wanted to do that now forever, and I see that they now, by the way, I now actually can read it in the teleprompter. So whoever's back there will figure that out, you deserve a raise. Also, no exceptions, no excuses. This is what we ask for. This is actually what we insist on, that we will not have this continue. It's the only way to fight it is to say that there is zero tolerance. Notice at the bottom left-hand side, working together side by side. Everyone has a vision of that. Everyone can see that in their minds. And I want your words to be visual, not just verbal. Couple more. Lasting and long-term. They're tired of these attempts. They're tired of these events. They want to know that whatever you're trying to do will make a difference. Also, the consequences of failure. For those of you who are in difficult marriages, and you're kind of thinking, well, maybe you should kind of give up, use the word consequence. Honey, the consequence of my doing what you want me to do, and they will pay attention to it. The word consequence has an impact on how people hear things. I promise you, when we get out there, and a couple of you come up and tell me how sorry you are for me, you're going to remember the word consequence. The consequence of me not putting my laptop right here is that I gave a really bad presentation. Next. Please don't yell. Please communicate that you're listening. It may bother you. It may fundamentally be difficult for you, but it is absolutely essential that you communicate that you hear them, because in the end, that's all what we all ask for, is to be heard. I've got only one more minute, so I'm going to try to get to as much stuff as I can here. I want you to speak to their hearts, not just to their heads. These are families who've been torn apart. That soldier, the story that he told is heartbreaking. Those are the stories that you want to communicate, because they'll be heard, and here's the important part. They'll be listened to. For in the end, what matters is what they hear, not what you say. And I want to emphasize that. What you say is irrelevant. It's what they hear. She is the person you should be talking to. The young woman, age 30, Democrat, is more likely to be hostile to Israel than any gender age group that exists. And if she's left politically, she's now pro-Palestinian. Let me correct that. She's probably pro-Hamas, and that is our challenge. And for guys in this room, whoops, I'm going to go back for 1 second. For the guys who are in this room, see if I can go back. This is one of our challenges. If there are women in this room under age 30, you should be speaking every single day that you can on social media, because you're the most credible. If you're a guy who's over age 60 and you look like that, be quiet. Give them 3 pieces of evidence. And the reason why is that 1 is random, 2 is a trend, 3 is proof. I'm going to do one more slide for you and then get out of here. Start a sentence with because. I know that every English teacher will be angry at this. If you start the sentence with because, it means you're explaining before you're declaring. And that is so important in this process. To be able to give people the information that they hear it and remember it. A sentence that begins with because will be heard. I thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to you, and I hope this has been helpful. Thank you all.